guys, today I'm working with my good friends at Peanut Butter and Company to celebrate the launch of the new movie Home. It'll be in theaters March 27th. To celebrate this fun new movie, I'm making delicious chocolate cupcakes with peanut butter buttercream with cake toppers featuring some of the Boov. I'm Elisa Strauss and I'm mixing it up in the kitchen today with Peanut Butter and Company and the movie Home. Home is about a bunch of cute little aliens called the Boov who are looking for a new place to live. They come to Earth and take over the whole planet, but one little girl named Tip escapes and winds up on this crazy road trip with a renegade Boov called O. So here we have a delicious chocolate cake that I baked and peanut butter buttercream that I used Peanut Butter and Company's peanut butter with. It's so delicious and it's super easy. I'm not using a pastry bag or anything. I'm just going to take it and plop on a few little dollops, and then I'm going to make a dome of frosting so that my little Boov guys can sit on top of it. So I just push it down and then I make the dome. Because really, when you think about it, when you eat a cupcake, everyone wants the frosting. So make sure you pile on a lot of it. All right, so I'm going to stick this in the freezer for just 5-10 minutes while I get my fondant. All right, so I have my fondant all rolled out nice and thin, and my cupcake's a little chilled, so it's all frosted, ready to go. I'm just going to come to the middle of my fondant and cut a few slits. And what I'm doing is I'm making these bursts so that my little characters can be popping out of the cupcakes. And you can always pull it back a little bit more once it's on the cupcake, but that'll do it. It's like a little star. Right, so I just take my fondant and I wanna try to get my little starburst here centered onto the cupcake. And again, like I said, if it's not center, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just that you want your character to be somewhere in the center. One of the reasons I chose these pretty fluted cupcakes is because they have a hard edge. So it makes it super easy to kind of just cut the fondant this way. I just push down and then it'll cut the fondant away for me. So easy, just like that. And now I'm going to just pull back my little triangles to make a little center part for my character. And again, here's where you can be creative, right? So you can take it, you can move them to the side. They're like these little flags. The only thing you really want to be careful of is to leave enough room for your character. Okay, so I have my cupcake ready to go. I'm going to let it rest while I go ahead and make Captain Smek. I'm starting with a little bit of hot pink fondant, and this is going to be the body of Smek. Now I've just grabbed a purple color of fondant to make the head. Then the other part that really make the Boov who they are, they have this little brow. Next, we want to draw a line for the mouth. Now, still with working with the same color, we're going to make their little ears. So to shape them, we want to keep one end flat and make the other side pointy. So if I'm making my little green character from the Boov, his ears go straight back. For O, I would take those same ears and I would wrap them around into a little coil. So we'll go ahead and work on Smek's arms while his little ears dry. So to do that, we want half of a toothpick so that they can fly in the air. I'll just take the toothpick and dip it in a little bit of egg white and then stick it in the arm. Here's a fun fact about the movie Home. It's based on a book called The True Meaning of Smek Day. All right, so we're going to attach the ears. I'm going to use a little bit of egg whites. To make the eyes, I roll 2 small pieces of white, and then I've also cut out green for Smek and the little black irises. Smek, like none of the other characters, have 2 extra details. He has eyelids and a little mustache. So I dyed a darker color of purple and I'm rolling a little rope out, and then I'm going to place small little slits over the eyeballs and around the mouth. The final step before I attach my little character to the cupcake, I use a pastry tip to cut out the medallion, and I'll use a toothpick to create the design onto the medallion. To make the trim, I'm going to load my extruder, and then that will give me a nice skinny rope to place all around the vest for the trim. There's so many awesome people in this movie. The voice of Tip is Rihanna, O is played by Jim Parsons, Captain Smek, the crazy leader of the Boov, is voiced by Steve Martin, and Jennifer Lopez plays Tip's mom. I add the arm, and the last touch is to put some trim around the arms to hide any seams. And the final step, I'm going to add Captain Smek right to the center of my cupcake. Voila! I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. In this recipe, I use peanut butter and chocolate to make some yummy cupcakes. What are some of your favorite combinations using peanut butter? Tell me about it in the comments section below. I also made a sculpted cake with peanut butter and company in the movie Home that's over on my channel, so check it out. For more delicious recipes every week, please subscribe. I'm Elisa Strauss and we're mixing it up in the kitchen today.